Sup? So I haven't done a health update in a while. A lot of things happened. I'm still confused with stuff. There's a huge bug out my window. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of things has happened. And I still don't know. But I feel like as long as I continue to eat very clean and I keep on this diet, you know. And the thing is, I learned that there's some things I can't tolerate anymore, and it's still complicated. So I don't kind of want to focus on that yet. But I do want to talk about. So I got sick September 2018, right? Because I projectile vomited, and it was the worst experience of my life. And it lasted. The projectile vomiting lasted hours, and then during like the following month I would still get very nauseous, and I would still get like, when you're gonna heave, you're gonna dry heave, and it wasn't great. And yesterday I ate fried chicken, which can't eat. Mm-mm. But I figured out now that I just can't eat it, and I only ate two like pieces, and I was totally fine. I was good. I had omeprazole before, fine, and then out of nowhere at like 11, 12 o'clock, I just started like the same feelings when I wanted to projectile vomit for like the last time, and I started getting very nervous. And because I get very anxious very easily, so I can feel my heartbeat start to like, and I feel like that makes everything worse. So I try to kind of like take deep calming breaths and just be very chill and just be like, you're not. And I had to really repeat to myself, you're not gonna throw up, you're not gonna throw up, everything's fine. It was a nightmare. And like I couldn't feel my arms, everything was cold. Like I've noticed that I've just, because of that incident, I just became petrified of vomiting. Like even on TV, like before I would be like, oh, a little bit disgusted, but now I can't. Like it just puts me back on what, it just like kind of like triggers me and puts me back to where I was sick. And the feeling, I just don't like it. And so when it's on TV and characters are gonna throw up, I just have to look away, or just have to cover my ears. Or if I know it's gonna happen, because they kind of like build it up, I just mute the TV. But that is why I don't like, some people after they got like, I don't know if it was food poisoning, I don't know if it was just, usually when you projectile vomit, it's because there's something inside your body and it's toxic to your body, so your body's immediately just gonna like, forcefully push it out. And so, but it's still, that's why I'm very careful of what I eat, because I am so terrified of throwing up like that. Not normal throw up, just projectile vomiting. Like it because you don't have control of it. Your body's just, you know, ejecting and ejecting, and you just can't do anything, and it's forceful. It's the worst. The worst. And yesterday, when I thought that I was going to vomit, I was terrified. I started crying, but I had to stop crying because I was like, no, if I'm gonna cry, it's gonna make it worse. It's gonna make me more anxious, and I'm not gonna be able to breathe properly, and then my heart, like, all these things. And I sat in the bathroom, just waiting, just be like, if like if something happens, I'll just, When I went back to sleep, where I finally was like, okay, you know what, it's calming down, I can, go back to sleep. I had to put my pillows up and just sit on the bed and just kind of like sleep like this, because I was terrified. Like, I'm now literally terrified of throwing up. Like, it's just become this thing that I want to avoid as much as possible. That's why when people are like, oh, just eat this and try it out, like, no, because I want to avoid it as much as possible. And that's why I don't eat, like, I don't miss eating meats like cow meat. I don't miss eating cheese. I don't, pizza, hamburgers, like, because to me, the chances of projectile vomiting again weighs more than maybe, because the thing is, before, when I got gotten better the first time around, I started eating, like, I ate pizza, or I ate like french fries, I ate a little bit of soda, and I was like, it doesn't taste good anymore to me. Like, it's because I've been for so long on such a clean diet. Now that I ate pizza, it was kind of just like, and so I don't miss, like, my body doesn't miss it. Like, sometimes it craves certain things, but it's usually like candy. But like hot dogs, I can't. It's like things that are fried, things with a lot of grease. I can't eat, and my body just doesn't miss it anymore. And when I taste it, it used to taste so good because like I used to be like 12 kilos overweight. I used to be a fat. I used to be a fat, like a fat girl. So I still have that like little fat child inside of me who's like, let's eat all of these donuts, which I can't do because that's not a good idea. But with fast food and all that things, like I loved eating like I still eat French fries, but I eat them not fried. But my body just doesn't miss it anymore, which is such a good thing because I did think that it was gonna be so terrible to me to like completely change because I did have to change 180 my diet, but now it's chill, you know. And it's kind of crazy a little bit, and you know, I eat more greens, more vegetables, more chicken. I don't eat sodas. If I eat juice, it's usually banana juice. So I feel like that's like, even though I try to see like the positive now that now I can see the positive of it, because before I could not. Before it was like a downward spiral. Now I can be like, you know what, this did help me because I eat cleaner now. I lost weight. My body just like doesn't feel as heavy, and obviously I still have like, I don't know if it's my intestine, I don't know if it's my stomach, I don't know what is in there. But sometimes it makes me, you know, burp. Sometimes it doesn't settle right. But it's getting, those times are fewer and fewer. Like right now, I ate arroz con camarón, which is like rice with shrimp. And yes, I burped after I ate. But other than that, and I did eat omeprazole just because my mom, she sometimes puts on a lot of spices, but she knows that I can't eat, so she tries to like minimize it, but just in case. But like my stomach right now, it's completely quiet. It's fine, and that's such a relief because before, every time I would put food in it, no matter what type of food, my stomach would just squeeze. It was the most uncomfortable. Like I hated eating out in public. I hated eating in general. Like I had just grown tired of eating. I didn't want to eat, and so now I can see that I've gotten better. Obviously, I want to be perfectly okay and fine, and now I'm just better. And sometimes when I do get like really sad or lose hope, I'm like, I'm tired, you know, I want to blah blah blah. But at the same time, I do have to recognize that I'm eating more things than before. You know, I used to just eat chicken, soup, and oatmeal. That was my meals. That's what I ate every day for breakfast, dinner, and lunch. And now I can eat spaghetti. I eat it with a little bit of sauce. Can't eat it with. I can't, you know, have a lot of sauce. I don't eat bread. I can eat. What else can I eat? I can eat hummus, just a little bit. I can have, well, rice with chicken. I can have a little bit of rice. You know, it's just in moderation. And even though sometimes I do think like, oh, I can't eat those many things, but then at the same time, it's just like, it's okay, you know, just take it day by day and try not to let it overwhelm you, because it can. Because you start thinking of the future and you just get very anxious. You get very, you know, like, oh, if I'm gonna go to this place, or the future I'm gonna do this. And like I do think about it, because before I'd be like, I can't go out to eat because a lot of restaurants are gonna put on a lot of stuff, and it doesn't matter how much you tell them like, I can't eat this, people, the chef or whoever's cooking the food will still put it in because they forget, or because they have to, or because some people just aren't, they don't take you seriously. They think it's just, oh, it's just a diet phase, and it's like, no, I will be in severe abdominal pain. But oh, one little thing, which was, I was getting my teeth done, because I've been getting my teeth done because I had cavities. And what they put, like, they make the hole, and when they use to cover it, I think I must have like swallowed like a little bit of the whatever it is that's put like the covering or something, because after I left the dentist, I got that severe abdominal pain that I get when I eat food that I just, now I know I can't eat. And it was like so weird, and it lasted for half an hour, but it was so, I was in the car and I was feeling pain imaginable, like more painful than the last flare-ups. I do not, like, and then I was in the car and I was like tugging on my seatbelt to kind of like give it more room. I laid on my stomach, I laid on my back, I like had to open the window so like the air hitting my face can distract. It was painful, and it only lasted for 30 minutes and then it was gone. So obviously I do have like, some doctors have told me that's because my flora intestina, which is like the opening of your stomach that has like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, I'll put the word because I have no idea what's it called in English, has been like, because of the gastritis and all that stuff and all the vomiting, just kind of was like, it had abrasions and it was very weak, or it was kind of like growing back. And so I'm guessing because the thing that they put on your teeth, since it fell, it just immediately triggered it. And so I don't know. And the thing with doctors, like I said, doctors just don't, I guess because I'm young or something, or they think, I don't know, like I have polycystic ovary syndrome, and sometimes I just get weird pains, and when I tell them, they're just like, oh, it's normal. And I'm like, finally, I was like, can I get a test? And they sent me the test and everything's fine. So I apparently just get random pains for some reason. But at least now I know that my ovaries don't have cysts on them. But yeah, some doctors just kind of ignore you or don't take you seriously. And it just kind of makes me not want to go to the doctor, but I have to. But at the same time, I'm like, whatever. So, I don't know. But that's a whole nother subject of doctors just not paying attention to. But yeah, I just wanted to update. Essentially, this is just me finally admitting to myself and to everyone that I am terrified of vomiting. Like, that left me, I don't want to say traumatized, because traumatized is like a very heavy word, but it did leave me with this ingrained fear. And I'm very like aware of my stomach. Like, I'm like, what is it doing? What am I listening to? I'm just, and I try, like, I used to be very focused on food. Now I've tried to avoid that, but now sometimes I'm focused on, like, okay, I'm eating, and I eat slow, because I eat really slow. I always used to eat slow, but I'll eat slower. And so I'm like, okay, nothing's happening. So it's, food, stomach stuff have taken, like, the forefront, but it's just a thing that you have to get used to, I guess. And, so yeah, that's where I'm at. This is the health update. I'll see you later if I'll update about things that have happened recently that it's been kind of like weird, but maybe in a while, because it's like a month treatment, so I'm gonna wait for that month to pass and see how it goes. But yeah, so bye.